Happy holidays, paisanos. It's your boy V coming at you guys with another market watch. Today we have a bunch of just the meta stuff. A lot of things happening over the weekend, and we're going to see what's happening to the prices of all these meta cards. See if they went up, they went down, and what's the foreseeable future. We're coming up on a ban list in about a month, and there's a good chance that a lot of these cards are going to change rapidly, depending on the ban list hits. We could see Sky Strikers becoming a tier 1 deck, and getting the OCG treatment and becoming nothingness. I mean, with one Engage, one Kagari, it's going to be pretty rough. One Terraforming, it'll be pretty rough to play Strikers. But we have to see what happens with our current ban list coming roughly around the end of January. I think it's going to happen around February 9th, I'm guessing. I think it's the time that we'll probably see a ban list, but who knows? Moving forward, though, looking at Hidden Summoners, Prank Kid's place was around $20. Now it's holding roughly around a $16 price point. So Prank Kids aren't really done like I don't think they are as strong as a deck, but I do think to the player who doesn't know about Prank Kids, they're a strong deck. If that makes any sense, they can beat a tier 1 deck, especially since the place keeps reading the cards. And we see what happens against Thunder Dragons with Prank Kids. They can easily outgrind Thunder Dragons, even if Thunder Dragons was to go off and get their best hand possible. So it's really interesting to see Prank Kids actually still maintaining their price point. I thought they would go down a little bit, but here they are. Prank Kids Dodo Do is about $6. And for the most part, everything else in Hidden Summoners is really not worth much. It's like $2. Up next, guys, we have Soul Fusion. Looking right up Thunder Dragon Colossus. He is now about $48 for Thunder Dragon Colossus. And this is a card that had a price point that was relatively high for a while. And it's still pretty high. I think that Thunder Dragons, with the ban list coming up, I don't think it's going to get touched, and I think it's going to maintain being a tier 1 deck. Though we're seeing a lot of videos online, and we're hearing a lot of rumors about Guard Dragons, and how they're actually really good against Thunder Dragons. So that might actually come to play on this price point, and we actually might see it go a lot lower. Looking at Dangerous Tsuchinoko, it's slowly going down in value. I mean, Burning Abyss players kind of want this card. I think they play about 2 Tsuchinoko, if I'm mistaken, and 2 of the other Danger Monsters I'll talk about in a second. But they kind of need these cards, and the price point slowly... This price point was relatively high already, because they just had that FTK, and now we're seeing it go down slowly, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Trap Chick is currently holding its price point, which is roughly around $16 to $17, and I think it's going to go lower in value. I think it's fair to say that this card, even though it's a good card, will still continue to go lower in value. You wouldn't be surprised if this card hits back down to $10. There's Thunder Dragon Dark, Thunder Dragon Roar, that's about the same price. Chaos Dragon 11 is around 5s. Titan is a $3 card, which is really good against Sky Strikers, because you can play like Sewer Poly against Thunder Dragons and just clean their field out. And then you got the Summon Sorceress, which is about $2, which is pretty good value. Condemn, which is still one of my favorite cards in this set. I still think this is a great hold. Great futuristic hold. I highly recommend you guys pick these up. Looking at the rest of the cards, not much really changed for the most part. Looking at Legendary Duelist, White Dragon Abyss booster boxes, Bingo Machine goes roughly around $27 to $28. And I think that's the hover. I think that's the price it's gonna stay for a while, because it's a collectible card. It had a high of like $40, $45, but it's probably gonna stay at like $27, because even though it's a good card, it's not a good card. Like, it's good for collectors and for random Yu-Gi-Oh players. I want to play Blue Eyes, but not really good in general. Photon Orbital is finally calming down. It's hitting about $12. It's going to continue to go lower in value. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon still holding. It's same. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon is the same thing with like Bingo Machine Go. It's just collectors like it, but for the most part, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players don't give a crap about this stuff. In fact, a majority of this, besides like Blackwing Simoon, because us Blackwing players, we don't care what you say in meta. We love Blackwings. We still haven't seen Blackwings top Yu-Gi-Oh regionals in a good amount of time. I want to see a Blackwing player make top 8. For hell, I want to see a Blackwing player just get their invite with Blackwings. That'd be something really cool to see, and it hasn't been done in a while, but hopefully we'll be able to see that moving forward, especially with the new ban list. Everyone's confused what to play. A Blackwing player, just like a Murmo player, can just come in and get their regional invite that easily. Looking over at Shaw's Valhalla, Ash Blossom is holding around $31 price point. Looks like it's going up a little bit to like 33, but for the most part, it's 31. I think with the reprint coming out in February, supposed reprint, Ash Blossom getting a common, we'll see it go down in value. Alistair is about $6 right now. Listen, I'm the one always telling you guys, don't get Invoked, don't buy Invoked, don't buy Invoked. Ready for it? Buy Invoked. You need 2 of these cards. They're $6. Pick them up. Look at the rest of the stuff. Invocation, another card's like $5. You got a lot of Valkyrie stuff here, and we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see Valkyrie support come out in Savage Strike. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with the current Valkyrie stuff in Trials of Valhalla, as well as the new Valkyrie stuff. Will it be meta? Will it not be meta? Will it be even decent? Even decent will increase the prices of all these Valkyrie cards. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with Savage Strike being released. Mr. Time, guys. Twin Twist is still a great card. I just want to say something real quickly, guys. I'm doing a sneak preview of Savage Strike in my card shop, and I'm going to be listing on TCG Player some pre-sale cards as well. So I'm going to just say a quick plug. Check out the Insomniac Games TCG Player store. I'll have everything set up, situated within about less than a month, and you guys can check that out. I'm probably going to record some content from that pre-release, depending how it is. If it's really busy, I don't know if I can. I'll try to, but I don't know if I can. There's little kids, I can't do it because they're little kids, and you can't really film little kids. But you kind of can. It's a really great line on a lot of these things. But if I could do it, I would absolutely love to do it and show it to you guys. Moving forward, though, looking at Borreload Dragon, it continues to go down, but not heavily. You got one listed for 77, and after that, this guy has a roughly around 80. So Borreload's roughly around anywhere from like 75 to 80 is where I'm going to be putting this card at. It's a needed card, and it's in a bit of a haze because we don't know what's going to happen when the big mass reprint comes out in April. Was it like Power Duels or Power Strike or whatever? We know a lot of other cards, Infinite Impermanence, Borreload Dragon, all these great cards are going to be reprinted. We don't know what Borreload is going to be reprinted. We know a card from its set's going to be reprinted, I'll talk about in a second, but we don't know about Borreload. So it's kind of in a haze right now. If it's not in that reprint set, if we know it's not in that reprint set, this card's price is going to be pretty high, pretty insane. It's going to go a lot higher. There's only 9 prices listed, so you can imagine if it doesn't get a reprint announced, it's going to go high. I think eventually, I think, in my opinion, it's not going to get reprinted, and Konami's going to use this card as one of the cards for a Megatin promo, learning from the last year's Megatin promo, 2018, or this year's, that it was not a good idea. Moving forward, guys, Danger Nessie is about $31. Bigfoot's about $16. These are, it just doesn't matter. Dangers are going to continue going lower in value. I kept saying it. These were around 40s. Get rid of these. These are not, once the Danger FTK was gone, these prices are tanking. And you can see here clear as day. They're just not good enough. Tsuchinoko is a different story, as well as, I believe it's Hair. Oh, no, Jackal, I'm sorry. That's the other one I'll talk about. Which is maintaining its price and not increasing in price, if you can see over here. Because burning up its players can find uses for this. A lot of other Yu-Gi-Oh players that are using the Danger archetype are also using Tsuchinoko and Jackalope. These other cards in the 60 card builds aren't as good. Looking over at Cyber Resism, it's about $7. And that's for the rest of the Cyber Dragon stuff. It's relatively cheap right now. Nothing too crazy right there. What you got here? Magnite and Morningstar. That's a pretty nifty card. Next, number 75, Bamboozling Gospel Shadow. So this card currently is about $37, $38. Let me tell you real quickly. Sell this card. Sell this card as fast as possible. Like, seriously. You think Konami is going to allow a lockdown type deck like Rongo Bongo and just let it go past the January ban list? You gotta be out of your mind. This card is $37 to $38. And if you're not going to YCS, or you're trying to get your regional invite, and if you already have your regional invite, even more so, you should be selling this card. This card's not needed. It was an $8 card, but now it's a great sell target because you just don't need it, and Konami's most likely going to be hitting the Rongo Bongo combo. It does nothing for Konami. Konami wants to promote newer sets. They want us to buy into the newer stuff. You think they really want us to hold on to Rongo Bongo? I just love saying that name. It is fun to say. No, the answer is no. Absolutely not. Simply no. Sorry. Get over it. This card is going to go down in value because there is going to be a banlist hit that's going to kill that deck. Simple. With that said, you need to sell these right now as fast as possible because this is the peak price of this deck. It was only downhill from here, boys and girls. Cyber Emergency is also around like 17. No, I'm sorry. No. $20. Yeah, other Cyber Dragon cards are kind of like low. Emergency's high. I don't understand it. Gumlar Dragon's holding about a $9 to $10 price point. That's because it's still seeing play in a lot of decks. It's still a really good card, and Goki variants can abuse this. Rongo Bongo can abuse. Many decks can still abuse Top Logic Gumlar Dragon, but it's not abusable to the point where it needs to be a ban target. I believe. I don't think it is. Looking at the rest of the stuff, Brilliant Future's holding roughly around $6. Dreadnought's about $6. Reincarnation is about $5, so it's going to start going lower in value as we see it over here because nobody really cares about Reincarnation. Tricksters, I'm sorry. Lycoris is pretty. Should have been Candina. It's just a field spell. It's just anything except Lycoris. Anyway, looking at Dark Saviors, let's talk about Strikers. So we got Engage and we got Widow Anchor. Looking at Engage, its price point is now $37. It was $54 about 2 weeks ago after our ban was announced. Joy. Looking at it right now, no, I'm sorry, no, not 2 weeks ago, a little more than 2 weeks ago. Anyway, looking at the fact that we have a bands coming up roughly in about a month, the Banlist fears is already hitting strikers. We're seeing Engage hit about $37. And the funny part about this is, Engage is going to be going down to roughly around $20 to $25 real soon. Mark my words. So if you have Engages, it's up to you. You want to go down the ship. The deck is gorgeous. Max Rarity Sky Strikers is a beautiful deck, but it's going to get hit. Now, for you Sky Striker players, the only thing that you have to think about and worry about is, hey, listen, we're going to get hit. This is going to happen. It's inevitable, okay? We got lucky with the last ban list, E-ban list. But in this ban list for strikers, you got to hope for the 2 and 2, meaning 2 Engage, 2 Widow Anchor, and not the OCG current ban list where it's like 1 Engage, 1 Shizuku, 1 Terraforming. This murders your deck. 2 and 2 does not murder your deck. It makes your deck actually even more playable because you have more slots. Because if you're playing strikers, you know your deck is pretty tight right now. It's a gorgeous deck. I love this deck a lot, but the price point is going to go down in value. This is non-negotiable, and it's going to continue going down in value to the ban list, in which it was stabilized until the first YuGiOh event post-ban list. Looking at Widow Anchor, it's also going down. It's already down to $24. Market price can't even keep up. It's at $32. This is also go down to roughly around $15. That's where Widow Anchor is going to be handling. That is what it is. Afterburners is still holding roughly around near $5. In fact, they'll probably hit $4, but still, that's pretty crazy for Afterburners. Infinite Impermanence. First edition near mint's about $81. Unlimited near mint, $81. In fact, there's literally a 2 cents difference. Anyone buys this without not just seeing this is insane. But look at Infinite Impermanence, it's still pretty high in value because the April reprint of Infinite Impermanence, a couple of things factoring in. One, it's goddamn April. It's going to be a while before that reprint hits us. 2, hi, it's Infinite Impermanence. You need it right now. Like, you need this card. Oh, no, V, I can use Effect Veiler. Sure you can. But it's like, I could throw garbage outside my house, or I could throw it in a trash can. One's just more efficient. Okay? And number 3, seriously, see number 1 and 2, that's all you need to know. Like, it's gonna be a while before we get this reprint, and there's a good chance the reprint's gonna be a shorted out reprint, just like, you know, Ash Blossom was shorted out. So I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. It's a needed card. With that said, the price point will go down in value, but it will take longer for it to go down in value. It will slowly go down in value. So don't just quick sell your Infinite Impermanence and go, I'll wait till April, because there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Between now and April. Especially with the ban list coming up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to want to remake other decks, possibly Pendulum Magicians, Burning Abyss, the Plant Links. There's a lot of possible decks that can make tier 1 slot easily between now and April. So you might want to hold on to this, depending on how much you need the money, holiday season and all. Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion is getting reprinted, and it's going down as well, slowly, but going down. When the market price is $55, we're seeing it over here hold around $51. And the thing is, Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion, in my opinion, is going to go down a little bit faster than Infinite Impermanence. This is highly wanted. This is kind of wanted. There's a big difference in valuations. Look at that Nightmare Unicorn still holding a $33 price point. It went down like $30, and now it's moved back up to $33, which it was stabilizing at for a while. So now Unicorn's back at $33. We don't know if Nightmares are going to get reprinted, and I mean, I think they're going to be in that box. But look at Nightmares right now. It's about $33. You just need one. Bleed's about $17. This card should be worth nothing. Vampire Sucker is going higher in value. It's a weird thing about this. I kept telling everybody to buy it when it was 6s and 8s. Look at it right now, it's 17s, and I don't know if I should tell you to sell it or not, because zombies are really good, and nobody talks about them. Like, the zombie structure deck with Vampire Sucker is pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh! And yet nobody knows about that. Like, it's insane. Like, if you haven't playtested against it, you probably want to know what the deck does. So when you're playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, you kind of can see what they do and know how to play around them. Deck's pretty hard to play, by the way, and play around. Moving forward, guys, looking at Legendary Duels HM Millennium. Millennium's like Restrict is getting near. I mean, it's getting near to the point where it's like collector's value, but has a chance of playability. I think once the ban list comes out, Institution gets banned because the card's busted as hell. This card price will decline in value, but not too low because collectors will still want this card. Look at Kakuna Ultra Evolution. Now, this is the weird one. If Inzectors get unlocked in the ban list, they'll probably do nothing. I'll be the first to say it. But they will go high in value. Hornet will go high in value. Everything will go high in value. I might do a market watch that I want today explaining about that. Kakuna Ultra Evolution will absolutely go high in value. No doubt. It's already went high. It was roughly around 7 to 8s. It is going down a little bit from market price to first edition, but it's still a valuable card. It's still a card you need. So keep an eye out for that. Extreme Forces. Savage is roughly around $13. No big deal. Sure, that makes sense. The reprint. Jackal Kings are sevens. Sevens. So, if you are playing Pendulums, and you need to play the money part of your deck, you need 2 of these. 14 bucks. Rest of the deck's pretty cheap. Inspector boards roughly around 6s. It's just, sure. It's going down because the amount of Ultigeist plays are going down, I feel like. I'm still playing Ultigeist. I'm still in, boys. But this is an indication of the amount of Ultigeist players that are just in. Ultigeist players are just not playing as much. They're swapping to other decks. And with the Banlist Spheres, anything can be hit that's tier 1. Tier 1, in my opinion, is Rongo Bongo, Sky Strikers, Ultigeist, and Thunder Dragons. Those are possible hits. I don't think Thunder Dragons will be hit, but those are the possible hits. The secondary hits would be other decks as well. You know, decks being Penta Magicians, Burning Abyss, decks like that. I might do like a tier, a video explaining what's the current tier and what's not the current tier. There's a lot of confusion right now, and I really do think that a lot of you players are going to be upset about the video I'm going to make, but it's an honest review of the video I'm going to make based off past performance of decks within tournaments. So I might do that video and give an analytical look about why these decks are top tier and why these other decks are not, and what's really good against what deck. I think I should really do that. I think you guys really enjoy that, so I might consider doing that later on in a future video. Mech Knights are like $6. They're going down in value, but this, I mean, you see this one over here for 7. It's cheap, Mech Knights. Same with Blue Sky. Looking at Spirit Warriors booster boxes, mainly Magical Musketeer Caspar. This card is creeping higher in value. It was starting to go back down in value because we had a link announced, but then the TCG realized we're not getting it, so it started going back down in value. And then a trap was announced, and then the next, like, YuGiOh players are like, oh, I need Caspars. So then it got brought back up again. In fact, I just recently sold a Caspar to my customer, yesterday. And then saw my personal deck. I still have my Magical Musketeers. You damn right I do. But yeah, it's really interesting to see the fact that Musketeers are still maintaining some value because there is a possibility of them being a meta deck. I don't think they're going to be, but there is a possibility. And since a possibility equals hype, hype translates to money in the market. Cards increasing in value. Evenly Match, holding about $30. Doesn't matter. It's going to go to lower in value. I think it's an amazing card. These are all Circuit Break. Looking at Borreload, he's about $29. I'm telling you, it's a stubborn card. Mark price saying it's $22, and it's like, yeah, no, it's $29 for Borreload. Borreload doesn't care about the market value. It's the only card that really defies that recently, which is really interesting to see. Let's see what else we got here. We got Code of the Duels for Firewall Dragon being a $5 card. Who cares? It's banned. Good riddance. Trickster Reincarnation being roughly around $6.5, $6 to $7 for Trickster Reincarnation. Once again, Trickster plays. Besides draw, you're pretty much in trouble. Like, a lot of meta doesn't care. Just doesn't do it. And also Tricksters. How's that Thunder Dragon matchup going? I'm not trying to shit on Tricksters too much. I play Tricksters. I play the crap out of Tricksters for a good amount of time. And I actually do enjoy the deck a lot. I love the deck a lot. But the fact that Konami made Ulti Lycaris, I was just like, you could have gave us Candina. Like, Candina was the right one. Looking at Topologic Bomber Dragon, it's roughly around $6 to $7 as well. Spellbook Knowledge. I'm just not good at calling this card's price. Okay, let's talk about Battles of Legends, Light's Revenge real quickly, guys. You got Galaxy Soldier, which is still maintaining a $13 to $14 price point. You got Double Evo Pill, which is actually stabilizing around the $8 price point, which is not bad, to be honest with you. Dinosaurs haven't done much in the meta, and I still think that Dinosaur Cosmos is such a good sleeper deck that it's so good, it doesn't know how good it is. It has such a high power level, it doesn't know it's Krillin. I don't know. It's just weird. I think it could be really cool. I think dinosaurs are just a good deck, and I would love to see more dinosaur support come out, making Double Evo Pill just that much more better of a card. Aside from Omega's about 6s. Same thing with Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. They're roughly the same. This is my secret bay right here, guys. Minerva, the Exalted Light Swan, is so damn cheap. It's almost like I'm getting worried. It's like $4 for this card. And, yeah, it's this version of Minerva, which came out in Battles of Legends, Light's Revenge, almost going on 2 years of this card. And after that version, there's a YCS Price Cards versions. So, do what you want to do, boo-boo. I really am debating on getting a super rare version of Minerva, the price card. Ultra rare, not happening. But super rare Minervas don't look, like, I kind of want it. Like, I want to play Light 12 Max Rarity, and I want the Minervas. It's weird. I just looking at it right now. Like, can we just look at Super real quickly? Like, looking at it, it looks really nice. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Look at 2018 Megatins. I think we could officially call them a failure. But don't sleep on these Megatins. Yes, Evenly Matches get reprinted. Yes, Borreloads get reprinted. Savager most likely will get reprinted. Topologic Bomber Dragon is going up in value, but the original is $2 more. So why buy the Megatin? Inspector Border, same thing as well. These are all not so good. But once you get past, like, around this point right here, like, there's still good cards in them. Electronite's still a good card, seeing meta play. Blue Sky's still a good card. And looking at the rest of the stuff, it's still, like, really good stuff in these Megatins. I think the value in these Megatins is going to lie within the Ultras, as opposed to the Secrets that were in these Megatins. I really do think that's going to be a possibility that's going to happen. And I would not be surprised if looking forward, when I talk about these Megatins in the future, I won't be talking about the Secret Rares. I will be most likely talking about the Ultras that can have good value. Look at the Legendary Collection Kaiba, Ash Blossom Joy Spring. Once again, it's just stabilizing. It's at a weird stable point because all ad versions of Ash Blossom, minus Secret Rare, is making sure that it's going to get that reprint come February. If it doesn't get the reprint as common, its price might go even higher. In fact, most likely will go higher. If it doesn't get the reprint, Ultra and Super will decline in value. Jewel and Lockbird's holding roughly around $15. You should always have a playset of these cards. I think this card's amazing. It comes and goes in a meta, and next time it comes by again, the Ultra is going to be value. But this will also increase in value as well. Cardomize is another card, I think the same thing. I'm waiting for my Cardomize. I'm waiting for it to go around 10s, and I might just get a playset of this myself. Ghost of Ogres are roughly around like $11, sure. A lot of stuff is just really doing some crazy things. Regeki, I'm gonna continue saying it because you can play think I'm insane when I do. I think Regeki's gonna go higher in value. I think this Regeki, as well as the rest of the Regekis, are going to be hitting $20 unless Konami keeps making reprints of Regekis. If Konami stops this reprint right here of this Regeki, ultra rare, in Legendary Collection Kaiba, I think it's gonna go higher in value. I'm very confident in saying that. Utopia Lightning is finally at $6 price point. It should have been $6. Ooh, Secret Red. Okay, we gotta look at the Secret Red Germans. We just gotta look at that one. Ooh, that is pretty. That's really pretty. Yeah, I might get that. Return of Dragon Lord's holding around $5. Makes sense. Terraforming Secret Rares are really nice. They're about $4, roughly. It's not bad for Terraforming Secret Rares. Like, Legendary Collection Kaiba has so much good value for the future, not now. It's the weirdest thing. Double Summon's a really good card as well. It's about 3s. And, like, it's another great card. The Liquid Duel Secret Rare also, for you Go plays out there, it's about $2 to $3. There's Dragon Shrine as well, which is another great card. So, looking at OTS Tournament Pack 9, Sky Striker A Shizuku is holding roughly around... What is that? Why I gotta do so much math? Who makes $4.99 shipping? Oh, come on, man. Noobs. Noob sellers do that crap. It's $43. $43 for Shizuku, which is definitely under its $60 price point. Definitely lower than its current market price of $57. Its actual current price is $43. Now, it hasn't went lower, okay, yet. I think Shizuku will continue going low, probably maintain about $35 to $40. That's where I think it will be, because it's still ulti. It's still hard to get, and I think that's the price point it'll be when the ban list drops. And depending on the ban list is depending on this card's price. It can go higher, by the way, after stabilization. But if we get a hard ban list hit to Sky Strikers, it will go lower. My prediction, by the way, for Sky Strikers, in case anyone's wondering, I think Sky Strikers is going to get 2 Engage, 2 Widow Anchor. That's the reason why I think that is. Konami's not done with Sky Strikers. They haven't finished all the elements. And since they haven't finished all the elements, I actually think Sky Strikers might see meta play at Nationals. Believe it or not. It's going to be really weird if it does. But that's what I think about Sky Strikers. Looking at Stratos, it's actually starting to climb up. I told you it was going to happen. You can see it right here, guys. Stratos is slowly climbing higher in value. And the reason why is because its name is Elemental Hero Stratos. It doesn't need anything other than to say this, and it's going to go higher in value. Like, if it's an ulti version of that, that's all you need. It's going to go higher in value. Done. Lycanroc is continuing to go lower in value. It's about $32, and will continue to decline in value. Probably hit about $20 minimum. That's what I'm thinking it's going to be stabilizing at. The highest super rare of Tournament Pack 9 is Thunder Dragon Matrix. Everyone knew that. Sekka's Light's also pretty high because of Burning Abyss players. And the Draco Sack token. What? Okay, which is currently $8. Whoa. Okay. I did not see that one coming. Person Spoofing being around $3, and the other tokens being about roughly the same as well, because it's all about Draco Sack. It's all about that token. Fragrance Storm was a card that was someone told me about it in the last Market Watch video. Told me to talk about it. It had a common version that came out in Crossover of Chaos, and it came out ultra rare in Legendary Collection 5D, so obviously there's not many of these around. Destroy one face-up plant monster on the field and draw 1 card. If that card is a plant-type monster, you can reveal it to your opponent and draw 1 more card. The thing I like about Fragrance Storm is it says destroy one face-up plant monster on the field, period. So if you're playing the mirror match, you can Fragrance Storm your opponent's plant monster, which is kind of cool. Now, the reason we're talking about plants, for anyone that doesn't know, we're getting a Plant Link monster coming up soon in April. Plant Links, the Plant Link / Synchros is basically a new revived version of the old Debris plants. If you haven't played it, it was a spam deck. It literally spammed the board. That's all it did. got a big end of turn with a big hand, big board. Happy days for the guy playing the deck. Not so happy for the other guy. The reason why plants is so kind of important here in TCG right now is because we don't have Max C. You see, in the OCG, they had Max C, and this deck was still doing things. In the TCG, we don't have Max C. Everyone's somehow scared of Max C in the TCG, and with that said, I think Frankenstein can become a good card. Currently, it's $2. You should probably get your playset before it starts rising high in value. There's not many walls. Looking at page 2, there's not many as well at all of these cards. There's a guy holding 6, and after that, that's it. So, yeah, no, great catch. Who said that in the last Market Watch video in the comment section below. Excellent catch. I think everyone should have a playset of these put to the side. Up next, Thunder and Dragons also going up in value. It's about $5 for this card. Unlimited about 5 first editions. It's the same thing. That's so weird. That's so weird. Anyway, it's about $5 for this card. I don't know why it's going up in value. I really don't. I would love to know if you guys know by typing in the comment section below about this card. Seriously, I have no idea. Speaking of Max C, hi, I'm Max C. I'm probably coming off the Banlist soon, and I'm gonna wreak havoc. You should probably own this. Like, listen, you don't have to get the Astro Pack for OT Max Cs. It's $130. I'm not saying you should get that. It's insane. Secret Max C, not as bad, 25s. The Ultra Maxis are like 15s. The Super Rare Maxis are 7s, market price. And the Commons about 3s. No, I'm sorry, 4s. You can buy the Gold Rare Maxi, but the same thing as you right now not owning Maxi. It's the same thing. Nobody would respect you. You drop a Gold Maxi in somebody, and they're going to look at you like, oh, sorry to hear about your unfortunate luck. Anyway, I think this is a card you're going to want to get your hands on. I don't know whether to get 1, 2, or 3. I recommend getting 3. I personally have 3 Secret Rare first editions. That's what I recommend for you guys. But you do what you got to do, boo-boo. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my Market Watch videos. I'm probably going to have another Market Watch later on today, so check that out. Make sure to comment. Make sure to subscribe. I read every single one of your comments, by the way. I really do. So definitely make sure to comment. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. And if you want, share this video. Go on Facebook and share this video to your buddies. Boys, girls, males, females, she-males. Do whatever you got to do. Share the video. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Your boy V. Have a great day.